All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, call I am live. Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakwadash, double honors to the apostle of this great millstone, peace, and salutations to the elect. So, I was just checking up on the news, and recently there was some developments, man, out there, and recently, locally, there was some developments that went down with the local hoods out here, and actually, I felt like I should touch on it because it hits close to home because I knew certain of these guys that got caught up in this RICO, and I actually ended up going to school with a couple of them, but the main guy in question was this guy Jizzle, rapper by the name of Y Jizzle, which this just goes to show you. I just want to touch on the trap, okay, the hood, and everything that involves the feds, Whitey, dying for your hood, being a nigga, this culture, and this whole and how it ties into the scriptures and how it, because you got to tie everything into the scriptures, man. Okay, everything is explained in the scriptures. All right, so the guy got caught up for RICO. This guy Y Jizzle. Okay, this is why you stay out of the streets. This is why you stay out of the street life. This is why the Lord had blessed you to come into this truth, to have a humble mind, to stay away from the shit of the world. That's why scriptures say be separate, because this is what happens. And Tawada Yahweh Bashim Al Shai, that the Lord has, separated us from all this shit of the world, because you could end up just like this. All right. So there's this article, and this guy, I'm gonna read the article, but the dude, end of sentence, what's his name? 1090 Jake, which I believe this dude is not a Jake. He's from out here, from Boston too, but I don't know. He just looked to me like a culture vulture, like DJ Vlad. I'm just, look, because the dude, he's just like the rest of these other guys, Trap Lord, Ross, and all these other guys. All they do is make money off of like the plight of Jake. They just report on the news. They see Jake is fucked up, and all they do is they're like Maury Popovich, They just reporting on the news, like Esau. They're like the ABC news stations, They see Jake. Oh, look at these niggas. Look at how fucked up they are. Look at how, instead of helping them, they help promote. They help forward the affliction. You know what I mean? So they're just agents, and whatever. But matter of fact, let's read this. Zechariah 11 and 5. Whose possessors slay them not, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. They that sell them say, blessed be the Lord, for I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not. So supposedly these other people are supposed to be in your community looking out for you. They're the ones that's they help continue this nigga cycle, because you're gonna hear it in the last end of this clip. This dude's like, man, these guys make good music. These people, these brothers, these young brothers are talking about killing people and shit like that, right? They're 2/3 of our people. They're talking about murdering niggas. Oh, there's talent, This is what's promoted, all right, in the culture, because they want you to continue this cycle of niggerdom, okay? Of go get locked up, spend 15 years in prison, come out, do an interview, tell the little OG, tell the little youngins and how you fucked up your life and shit. When you're never gonna get those years back. Like everything that you do in life, you gotta make your best move. You gotta make sure that, brother, you don't end up in that fucking system, man. You don't end up, with tattoos on your face, 45 years old, talking about how you regret life. You know what I mean? So this whole cycle of niggerdom and bullshit leads to the Vlad TV interviews. We talk about Ricos and all this shit, people dead. The news reports talking about people kidnapped and shit like that. You see this happening to our people because we are under those curses, man. You know what I mean? So this is the article right here. It says Boston 40 Boston area gang members arrested in RICO bus, right? Which I actually knew a couple of names on this list. So that's why I took it upon myself to make this video. Cause hey, any one of you, any one of the Lord could have put you in this predicament. You know what I mean? That's why you gotta be thankful You know, that the Lord didn't have you fucking raised around these wolves and shit like this. Hey, because when you raised around in the hood, in the projects, you know what I'm saying, you living around this whole environment, this is what you become. The Lord has to call you out the world, you know what I'm saying, into his marvelous light, man. And hey, the Lord, man, he blinded our people, man. He blinded them to not be able to see this, you know. To where you like these little jakes out here, they run around the streets killing each other with no remorse. I'll burn you, I'll do this, I'll do that. You know, this whole drill culture, is a culture where, you know, what's cool is to be a nigga, to be a gangster, to be a, you know, because Esau promotes this, you know. So you got a lot of moving parts in this whole, you know, situation that's going on, right, in America, right? You got the curses that's on our people, right? You got to go back to the beginning, all right? We came here to America underneath these curses. We came here as slaves, all right? We came here in poverty, right? So this devil, he sets up projects, you know, housing developments and shit where you put a bunch of jakes in one little community and you don't give them any real jobs. You don't give them any careers. You don't give them any, you take their fathers out the house, you give them drugs, you give them weapons. And what happens? They turn into little gangsters. They turn into little, you know, they turn into wide jizzles. They turn into Kodak Blacks. They turn into Whack 100s. They turn into Chief Keefs. They turn into, you know, that's what they turn into. In every hood in America, every city in America, they're gonna be a RICO case going on like this. Why jizzle? Why is that? It ain't happening in the white community. It ain't happening nowhere else, in no other part of the world. I mean, yes, other parts of the world got poverty. Yes, they got gangs and shit like that. But in for the most part, what you see in America is the Israelites all scattered throughout the different hoods and barrios and developments, and all you see is them killing each other. All you see is them perpetuating this cycle of jail, fatherlessness, uh, uh, um, and everybody's life. Everybody's sitting back and profiting off of it. The white man's profiting off of it. The other nations are profiting off of it. These women are profiting off of it. Seeing you so-called black men, you Latino men go into prison behind all this turf wars and, you know, this person killed me, killed my cousin, and this person killed my dad, and my dad was a drug dealing gangbanger, and then this person, it's just a cycle of violence that never ends, you know? The peace for the streets and all this. Even the older niggas are just as bad as the young niggas. The older niggas are promoting this bullshit for money, and they've sold out like Jay Prince and all them. You know, like they're all into this. They're all into this big machine called this fucking demonic machine known as the hood and the black culture. You know, it's just a big ass machine controlled by Whitey at the top. He's the one that's running the record labels and shit. He's the one that's like sprinkling all the money to give to the boule gatekeepers. That's gonna. Oh, okay. So and so is popping out the hood. Okay, let's call up. Who's the next guy coming up out the hood? Oh, 21. Oh shit. You know, link them up with Metro Boomin and let them make some nigga anthem so they could go kill themselves. This is how the game works, man. Everything's a game. Everything's a fucking game. It's all about power, money, and whoever got the power and the money. They're the ones that's calling the shots, and they're the ones that's promoting this nigga drill culture, which is the white man. The white man wants you to be a nigga, to be in jail, to be in that paddy wagon. He don't want you doing something positive with your life, you know, which is ultimately the most positive thing you could do is to push the word of the Lord. That's the most positive thing you could do, man. But here it is. The Hebrew Israelites are the biggest problem on the earth. You men out there that's giving that you could have been gangbanger, you could have been little nigglets like this, but you didn't give your life to some productive, the ministry of the Lord, you know. So thank the heavens that, you know, you didn't end up like one of them. All right, now let's go back here. This topic, man, is very, very spiritual, man. It's current events. All right, you got niggas. Look, we cover everything, man. The prophets of the Lord, they cover all topics, man. Past, present, future. Okay, anyways, in the present, right now, 2024, 2 weeks ago, actually, no, like a month ago, February 14th, on Valentine's Day, it was announced that the U.S. Attorney for Massachusetts announced Cracker White Man. He even cracked a joke on these on them when he was you know they fucking love seeing a black man in prison, man. They fucking love that shit, man. They get hard at night, man, thinking about a nigga in prison, man, because that they got you. That's why they want you to be a fucking nigga. That's why they don't want you in the truth. That's why they set up fucking all kind of stumbling blocks to keep you from this truth. To keep you from, oh, and if you're a real man teaching this truth out there, they're gonna make all kind of life like a living hell for you, man. So you will fucking be discouraged and try to give up, man. Fuck that. Ain't no discouraging, brother. The true men of the Lord ain't no discouraging, no nothing. Ain't no stopping nothing. Okay, they're gonna send agent provocateurs. They're gonna send fucking all kind of people your way to try to. Oh no. Yeah, we got no. You can't stop because you could end up like one of these niggas in jail, prison. You know, seek the Lord while he may be found. Call you upon him while he is near. If you don't seek the Lord, you could end up in a fucked up situation, bro. Just like these dudes. The scriptures say, ignorant by nature is all men that know not the Most High. Wisdom of Solomon 13:1. You think if these dudes knew the Most High, they would be out there doing what the fuck they're doing? No. But anyways, so there was a RICO arrest. 40 so-called black men was arrested under the gang RICO. It's a RICO Task Force Act that Esau sets up. Anybody that is in an organization could be deemed a RICO. They can say you niggas was selling drugs. Five friends. They'll say you niggas was selling drugs and y'all running state to state rackets and shit. That's Esau. Esau uses semantics and word games because he sets up these laws so it's easier to arrest niggas. Okay, they arrest you and your friends and they call you a gang, especially if you sit there and put all this shit on the team. Look, and we can't even make all kind of excuses for Esau. For Jake. Jake sits there and snitches on themselves all day. They sit there and snitch on themselves all day. They make rap videos. They talk about how they killing this person, that person, and you playing right into the devil's hands, man. You playing right into this devil's hands, man. You know, they sit there and talk about how the so-and-so, we killed so-and-so here and there, and they sit there and piss on their grave and record it and talk about, hey, this is the culture we live in, man. This is the culture we live in. This is the culture we live in, man. We don't live in Michael Jackson 1970s culture, you know, where brothers was dancing and shit, and nigga, you know, and it was all love, and you know, nah, we don't live in that fucking world no more. We live in a world of drill culture, D-Thang and Didi Osama, and that's the world we fucking live in, man. We didn't make the rules. We was born into this fucking world. We was born into this world where your uncle, your father, your brother around you, all fucking game bangers, all these, like, this is the world we live in. Okay. That's why in the black community, it's not what do you call it? It's not sexy to be a doctor, to be some type of like, because those things take years, man. Why do you think all these little niggas is all the same story? They all sell drugs. They all try to be a rapper because that's quick money. And that's what's sexy in the black community. That's what's going to get you women. That's what's going to get you clout and be talked about and shit like that. That's what's good. That's what's going to, you know, be in one of these little niggas joining the gang. You know, but being a doctor, being some type of lawyer, those things take time and years, which Jake don't have time and years in this place. Jake is trying to survive day to day. Jake is trying to survive day to day. You know? So this is why you get situations like this. All right. So it says the arrest came after a 2-year federal RICO gun, drug, and financial fraud investigation into the Heath Street gang. Okay, you're being watched. All right. Jake is being watched, surveilled. In the trap, in the hood, everywhere you go, they're surveilling you. All right, they already have they have cameras all over the place. Right, they're surveilling wherever Jake is in the communities because they know that you Jakes are into gangs and drugs. You know. Now it says the gang allegedly operates out the Mildred C. Haley apartments. All right. It says, according to charging documents, the apartment complex has been used as headquarters for drug trafficking through drug distribution networks in Maine, California, and Massachusetts. The gang is alleged to use social media platforms in their drug trafficking efforts and distributing negotiation. See, social media platform. Look at Jake. It's simple. You're using social media platforms to sell drugs, man. All right, this is you make Esau's job easy for him, man. You already know he's watching you. This is what he wants. He wants to put you in prison, and this is what you do. You know, this is what you niggas do. You know, you get on there and you talk about how much people you killed, you know, how much drugs you sell, how tough of a nigga you are, and how you're a killer of the other side. You know, you it's crazy, man. It's crazy, bro. But these are our people, man. They're simple. The scriptures say our people are Sodom's children. You know, Jeremiah 4:22. They're Sodom, man. They're simple. Okay. So it says that the gang was using social media platform, typical nigga shit. Okay, all over the world, Detroit, Boston, wherever you go, Chicago, Baltimore, everywhere you go, New York, these little niggas gonna be doing the same shit, running credit card scams, pimping. Okay, it says distributing, negotiating sales for fentanyl pills, cocaine, and Mary Jane. Heat Street Gang is also alleged to commit financial and theft crimes. All right, running in stores, stealing shit, right? In several states. This is Jake for you, man. Like, we can't make no excuses for what's going on with our people. Okay, but you have to understand these are kids with no father figures, no real men to teach them, no money and resources. Everything goes back to money and resources. Look, these kids need to eat. They're around they're and these fucking jobs are not paying them like that. I mean, sitting in school is going to take them years and years and years and years. You got to understand, you putting these little brothers, these Judah, Benjamin, Levi, you putting Ephraim, Simeon in these little hood environments, and you know, you're giving them these little government programs. They got no fathers, no real men in the house. This is what happens, man. This is what happens. They turn into fucking little demons. They turn into little they turn into rappers. They turn into vagabonds. They're just out there stealing, you know. They're out there selling dope to anybody. I mean, there's no structure, there's no order, there's no, you know, shit is just out of order, man. Shit is just out of order, man. So this is the black community right now. March 13th, 2024. This is your people right now. Okay. The gang allegedly is engaging in CARES Act loans and unemployment fraud. Yeah, unemployment fraud. That's a big thing with Jake. It said the Heat Street Gang is allegedly commonly recruiting juveniles living in an apartment complex to participate in crimes on behalf of the gang, including shootings. Yeah, this is what happens in the hood, man. They get you young. All right, they get some nigga. This is why you gotta be careful, right? This is why, hey, brother, look, man, you gotta have positive influences around you when you're young, man. Cause when you have these kind of negative influences, man, you got niggas with tattoos on their face teaching you what's right from wrong, how to live your life and shit. You know, then one of these people went to college. Man, how could you fucking go to college with this kind of life and environment around you, man? You got to get out of that environment, you know? But this is the environment Jake lives in, man. It says the Heat Street Gangs, it's also alleged that it requires new members to commit active violence, participation, and initiation to the gang. Heat Street Gangs also alleged to reward these. And I remember meeting a few of these individuals, going to school and all this shit. And them little niggas was in and out of jail, man, all the time, man. Little 16, 15-year-old. You'd be like, oh, where's so-and-so? Why he ain't come to class? This nigga, he's locked up. His daddy was some type of kingpin. His brother was this and that. You know, it's just, you know, you hear these little stories about, you know, and a couple of these names on this list, because there's like 40 names. A couple of them I actually remember. Some of them are my age. Some of them are older, 40, one of them is 44, you know. But the main guy in question, why Jizzle, is the chief RICO conspirator, I guess, in the case. And they put his name out there on online. You know what I'm saying? You could find it. I ain't gonna say it, but yeah. So all these names on here, man. All these names are Latin names and black folk. You know, ain't no white folks in here. You know, these are all Jakes, man. That are indicted in this RICO. So this is the product of many years of parentlessness, the product of Esau's targeting you in the hood, you know, the product of GMO food, the product of the crack epidemic, the product of because the script says Ecclesiastes 3:15, the Lord requires that which is past, right? So even the past, man, has to do with the future. All these things that happen, that you see happening today, are because of what happened in the past. Lack of your fathers being there, slavery, your mama is out of order. She's selling box to survive, you know, or whatever she's doing. You know, she got with 30 different niggas in your lifetime, you know. I mean, that's just it, man. Everything around you is falling apart. So, you know, hey, for Jake that makes something out of themselves, man, either they got to sell out or they got to really fucking work extra hard, man. And or get some type of lucky break in life where, you know, you get adopted by some cracker family and shit, and they put you in college and shit. You know, there's cases in that, you know, but for the most part, Jake, man, that's why you see them. They either try to play basketball or something, or they try to rap their way out of it, or, you know. But we living in a trap, man. We live in a trap. The hood is a trap. College is a trap because you go there and you fucking end up with in debt. You know, the woman that you deal with is a trap because Esau has weaponized her against you. I mean, it's crazy. Everything's a fucking trap in this world, man. Matter of fact, let's read the word for trap, man. Let's read the word for trap. It says a contrivance. It says a contrivance for catching someone unawares. Contrivance. We'll look that word up in a few. It says snare or trap. A snare. A trap is that onto which one steps, all right? That which is intended to catch one unawares. It says deceitful practice, device or contrivance to betray one. Yeah, you got they got Jake talking about trap all day. They, you know, you turn on the TV, they talk about trap. You turn on Spotify, trap. You go to school, they were talking about trap. I mean, everything is a trap around here, man. You know, and you got to learn how to navigate the pitfalls of life. Okay, you got your own people. They set snares and traps, evidenced by what happened to Yahushua. You got Esau, you got these other nations. You know, everything's a trap, man. Everything's a trap. You got to watch out, man. You have to watch out. You have to take. That's why the scripture says, "The prudent man take it heed to his going. The simple is passed and are punished. The simple pass on and are punished, right? The prudent man looketh well to his going. The simple is punished, right? So a contrivance for catching someone unawares, man. Yeah, because our people, they seem to not understand that that this is all a trap for them, you know. This is all this whole machine, this whole entertainment industry. The school is the school to prison pipeline. The entertainment industry for so-called black men is a record deal to prison pipeline, you know. And that's the world we live in. Okay, it says a contrivance. This is a plan or a scheme for attaining some end. An act of contriving. Yeah, a contrivance is a scheme. This devil has schemed and plotted since the time that he came out them caves. Since the Renaissance era, he been plotting and scheming against you, so-called Negro, Latinos, Native American Indians, man. He been plotting and scheming against you, man. Okay, he been setting up people that kind of look like you know, to deceive you, like Malcolm X, you know, or Martin Luther, you know. That's all those things are plans. Those are plans. Okay, we could get them we could lull them to sleep, you know. We could lull. Oh yeah, you guys can vote now. Y'all can vote, okay, you know. But we're still gonna kick you out your neighborhoods. We're still gonna take away your fathers at your house, which that's one of the most important things that you can have in your life. A father, somebody that loves you, that's gonna be there throughout your life, you know, that's gonna actually give a fuck about you. These kids don't have nobody to give a fuck about them. All right. And that's why they end up in the places where they end up. Because whether or not you know it, man, you need your father, man. You need to have someone that genuinely cares about you, not some guy that, all of a sudden, he came in your life years later. No. A man that's always been there. You come from that man, so he's gonna actually care about you. If he's worth a fuck. But the people that come later on in your life, they could care for you somewhat, but not like that, because they don't have that. They're not blood. They're not flesh and blood. You don't look like them. You don't like you are. Your father's gonna take care of you, man, because that's his seed. Anyways, man. Another one of the curses, man. So contravents, to contrive, right, is a verb. The intent of a device or plan to deceive, to manage by plan or scheme. Find out, contrive, or imagine. Imagine a scheme. Esau has imagined a scheme. Rap music, trap them into the crimes, make it cool to make it cool to shoot people. It's cool to shoot people. It wasn't cool to shoot people until gangster rap came along. Gangster rap came along about early 90s, man, 80s and 90s and shit. You could thank the Small Hatters for gangster rap. Gangster rap always existed, but when it's given a platform to grow in a way that it did after Chuck Heavy D and all them people, NWA and all them, and then they blew it to the moon with Snoop Dogg and them, and Dr. Dre, and what's the other nigga name? Tupac and Biggie and all them. Then when they killed them guys, that shit made it to where like you could become like a legend. You could become like a street legend if you like one of these guys. You could become possibly, everybody want to be like Biggie and Tupac and them. Then that was considered cool. That was considered like, Suge Knight, and you want to be like in the black community. They never looked up to no scientific Nobel Prize peace winner. They wasn't looking up to no brother that was an intellectual into the books. No. They were looking up to the niggas in the street, because that's the image that's pushed to you, and that's a trap. That's in order to trap you. Because whatever is highly esteemed amongst men is an abomination to the Lord. So ultimately, you were seduced into believing that was an acceptable way of life, which ultimately leads to your kids living like that. And then everybody around you lives like that. So, this is where you get RICO cases and shit like that against your, young kids, man, 20, 25. Well, you're not a kid at 25, but, I guess you're a young man, right? These guys are 25, this guy 24, 26, 23, charged in conspiracy case. I mean, you get felony on your record, you through. Where the fuck you gonna work? Who gonna hire you? A real serious job ain't gonna hire you. Your life is in this society is basically like, you're gonna have to keep going in and out the streets systems. The jail, once they release your ass, they know you're gonna come back. Because you ain't got what career you got? You got a job? They hiring you at Goldman Sachs or something? No, they ain't. Where the best you could do is probably work at fucking McDonald's or something, and then you ain't gonna last too long there, because they already know that Jake is hooked to that fast money. So, anyways, man, you got women up here in this indictment. You got young women. Yeah, it's all kind of shit going on, man. It's all kind of shit going on with Jake. But it's a sad thing. It's a sad thing. That these are brothers with potential, and they have if given the ability or the right given the right circumstances around them, I'm sure that they could do things with their life, but they couldn't. They end up being niggas. Okay, so this book of Joshua chapter 23 and verse 8. But cleave unto the Lord your power, as ye have done unto this day. For the Lord hath driven out from among you great nations and strong. But as for you, no man have been able to stand before you unto this day. One man of you shall chase 1,000, for the Lord your power is he that fighteth for you, as he hath promised you. Take good heed, therefore, unto yourselves, that ye love the Lord your God. And That's why it says that you love the Lord your God, you keep his commandments, man. And ignorant are all men, miserable are men by nature that know not the Most High, right? Or ignorant. I think it's ignorant. We read Wisdom of Solomon, the 13th chapter. The Lord has, it says, blindness in part has happened to Israel. Romans, the 11th chapter, 25th verse. But yeah, it's a sad thing that when you walk around blind like this, you end up in prison. You end up in the grave, man. Wisdom of Solomon 13:1, it says, surely vain are all men by nature who are ignorant of the Most High and could not out of the good things that are now seen know him that is, neither by considering the works did they acknowledge the workmaster. All right, so you got to acknowledge the workmaster. You got to understand, okay, I'm underneath these devils. All right, I can't end up in jail. Cause that's where this fucking devil wants me, man. You got to figure out your way in this life, brother. All right, this life you was brought here to suffer, man. All right, okay. But seeing as the Lord has given us this truth, you know, this is a mercy. It's a mercy because you could end up like these niggas in a Rico, man, locked up in prison, you know, being some type of gangster till the day you die. That shit is fucking miserable. That's a miserable fucking life. Your life is worth more than that, man. All right. Your life is worth way more than being some gangster disciple, some BD, some blood, or some Crip. The fuck is that, man? All right. My, you know, Jake in its origins, they made these things to fight against the white man and to protect their communities. But now it's become a terror to their own people, you know, in their own communities because they extort, you know, they steal, they kill, they shoot people, you know, people, random babies catch strays, and grandmamas, you know, in the window they get hit because right now there's no rules out there in the jungle, you know. The so-called OGs got locked up. They got locked up. They got put in prison. They made deals with the white man, like Bumpy Johnson and all these dudes. The older cats, you know, they made deals. Look, everyone's in there for themselves for the most part. In the streets, there ain't no love, ain't no fucking codes of don't snitch and all that shit, man. They be the first ones snitching. The kingpins, they be the first ones snitching. The top guys be the first ones fucking snitching. The first ones that give up all them other guys that's underneath them. Like I fucking said many times, brother, this life is all about power. And who the fuck got the power? Who got to say so? Who got the money? Okay, that's who's going to end up getting the plea deal. That's who's going to end up getting the best lawyer. That's who's going to end up getting the benefit of the doubt. This fucking life is unfair. And it's a dog eat dog world. And these fucking people are out there for themselves, man. And this is just how it is. Anyways, Joshua 23 and verse 12. Now it says, else if you do anywise go back and cleave onto the remnant of these nations, even those that remain among you shall make marriages with them and go in unto them and they to you. Now for a certainty, the Lord your power will no more drive out any of these nations from before you, but they shall be snares and traps unto you. These other nations are snares and traps unto you, man. They're snares and traps unto you because what do they want to do? They want to keep your men in prison and keep your women on that stripper pole. That's why you got all these shows talking about P-Valley, and you got all these shows talking about Claus, you know, Caruche and all her little friends. All of them are moles or carpet munchers, you know. Their baby daddies are in prison, you know. They're calling them, oh, yeah, man, yeah, you know, so-and-so, you know, they're killing men, they're selling drugs, they're doing all this shit. Their job is to keep you in prison and keep your women out there loose, doing all kind of dirt, raising your kids so that the future generation will be fucked up just like you were, or just like your ancestors were, you know. It's all a snare and a trap onto you, man. This society, it says the Lord said that all these nations shall be a snare and a trap onto you, and scourges in your sides, and thorns in your eyes. None but pain. That's why everywhere you go, there's always some shit going on. It's always some, you know. There's always some bill coming your way. It's always some, you renewing the lease, and now they got some new charge. Oh, month to month fee, this fee, that fee. Everything's a fee. All these fucking fees, man. You know, to make your fucking life harder. Inflation going up. You know, everything's getting the walls are closing in on Jake, while the other nations are smiling. When the last time you seen a homeless small hatter? When's the last time you seen a homeless Indian? When's the last time you seen them at the unemployment office begging for some? You know, when's the last time you seen a project development and you had a bunch of Edomites up there? You know, and you had a bunch of East Indians or a bunch of Ishmaelites. Ishmael's running all the stores. Ishmael got they daughters and their sons in school. They going to school. They hey, nice scholarship. A nigga, you better make sure you put that ball in the basket, man. You better make sure that you help your mama out. You better make sure you help your mama out. You better make sure that you help your daddy out. You better raise your kid. You raise your brothers and sisters. That's not your fucking responsibility. Raise your brothers and sisters. Raise raise the baby that you had out of wedlock with some random woman. You know, you got to take care of the house, and then also go to school and put food on the table and help your mama that's sick and all kind of shit. And stay away from drugs and gangs that surround you. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, they wonder why the so-called black man's all angry all day and why they all, you know, wonder why. They fucking, everybody's life is fucking easy. They're all there to get a pass, you know, for anything they do. Here it is, you let you do anything. The cop gonna shoot you right in the fucking face. You can't even defend yourself. You can't even talk. There's no explaining yourself. You ain't got no fucking rights in this society, bro. You ain't got no fucking rights. There's no rights. Look, man, you got the right to shut the fuck up, man. That's the right you got. You try to explain yourself, try to defend yourself as a man. You can't do that shit. You just dig a bigger hole for yourself. With Whitey, with your own people, you know, shit, it is what it is, man. You're under these curses, man. All right, and that's how you know we those people. That's of the book. The people of the book, man. Joshua 23. And verse 13, right? They shall be snares and traps unto you, and scourges on your sides, and thorns in your eyes, until you perish from off this good land, which the Lord that power has given you, because you provoked the Lord of wrath, man. So this is what you get. 14 verse, behold, this day I am going all the way to earth, and you know that in your hearts and your souls, that not one thing have failed of all the good things which the Lord spake unto you concerning you. All are come to pass unto you, not one thing has failed thereof. Therefore it shall come to pass that as all good things are come upon you, which the Lord your God has promised you, so shall the Lord bring upon you all evil things until he have destroyed you from out the good land which the Lord have given you, man. That's why you're in this captivity, man. And you got your people are fucking completely dysfunctional and out of order, man. Completely dysfunctional and out of order because of these very same reasons aforementioned. Okay. So, hey, bro, if you out there doing the work, man, hey, bro, count yourself blessed. You believe in this truth, man. To this day, man, hey, continue, bro. All right, continue, man, because you chose to do something good with your life, or the Lord put it in your spirit. The Lord put it in your spirit to do something good with your life, man. All right. So don't let nobody fucking discourage you or talk about this and that. You ain't there. Look, that's why the scripture say, let every man be fully persuaded in their mind, man. Hey, because brother, we could have ended up like any of these niggas right here, man, dead in jail. Fucked up, bro. But you brothers decided to do something good with your life, man. So pat yourself on the fucking back, man. All right, because yeah. They'll say, oh well, you know, you're unprofitable servants. Doesn't matter what you do. Look, bro, the work of the Lord matters, man. All right, the work of the Lord has saved our fucking lives, man. All right, the work of the Lord. I'll tell you this. If I wasn't in this truth, I'd probably be dead, bro. All right, so hey. This is why you see me. You see us doing the work the way we do it, because we're thankful, man. We're grateful for this. You know, this is life or death, man. This ain't no joke for me. This ain't no joke for brothers, man. Shit is crazy, man. But anyways, listen to the end of this video, and this shows you that this is that the every aspect of this fucking society is a problem. The people is a problem because they help to afford this fucking gangster culture, because they're sitting there. This is what they're watching. So whatever the people are watching, that's what niggas are gonna do. If people are watching this shit, if people are paying to see this drill gangster shit, they ain't paying to see. I mean, you'll get like one or two R&B singers but there's no money in it. The money is in being a nigga. The money is in being a whack 100 type nigga, or the money is in being a thug. That's where the money is in this world. So that's where these niggas are gonna chase. That's where they're gonna go to because it's simple, easy money, man. You know, who doesn't want to get talked about and all this different shit and, you know, have the blogs talking about you and da da da. You ain't gonna get no traffic being a good guy. In this world, you don't get no fucking respect being no good guy. You get the respect being one of these fucking niggas, but that's a trap to you because what happens? You follow that path, you think that's the way to go, and then boom, you end up in prison because you don't have any guidance. All the people around you are bigging you up and promoting that. Yeah, yeah, brother, go beef with that nigga. Go, yeah. None of them, nobody cares. Look, none of these people care. All they want to see is see you crash out. All they want to see is see you bugged out, and then they move on to the next. Then they move on to the next story of some new rap crew that got taken down. Before these people got taken down, it was HSN, these other niggas over here in Dorchester, Roxbury, which them niggas, I knew their cousins too. I knew the little nigga cousins, the nigga, man, I even went to school with him, and I even seen him in the video. I'm like, what the fuck is this nigga doing, man? This nigga was a bright young kid, man, but he ended up caught up in the streets holding a fucking AR-15, man. All right? So the work that we doing is not of none effect, bro. All right? All this, the noise of the world, whoever got to say whatever, look, man, continue in this faith, bro. All right? Because the word of the Lord is not going out void, man. It's not null and void. The work that you brothers are doing is not null and void, man. All right? It's sanctioned by the Heavenly Father. All right? It is. Because he said, I'll put my spirit in you, and I'll put my words in your mouth. Speak the words of prophecy, which I shall speak, which I shall give unto thee, right? 2 Ezra, the 15th chapter. These are spiritual things, man. This truth is spiritual. This is why the 2/3 of our people that are natural men cannot receive it. You think if they could receive it, they would be doing what they're doing? Anyways, like I said, the end of this video, it just reminded me of the problem. Everything in all parts, because it's not just these guys, because they do this for audience, right? They do all this shit to be seen of men, and they do it to, you know, to big themselves up and have a rap career, you know, which the word career means to run a race, right? So you're running a career, you know, they talking about their rap career and what could have been and da da da. This person is a talented, you know, they're talented because they're talking about murder, you know. This is what's promoted. This video got 187,000 views in 6 days, where they're covering a story about a group of brothers that got put in prison, right?
Jizzle's criminal history. He'd been caught with 3 different guns in the past. So a prison sentence will more than likely land Jizzle in a medium security prison, if not a United States penitentiary, which are the deadliest in the federal prison system. With Heat Street taking a major loss, the city of Boston is still waiting for a rapper to break through into the industry and put the city on the map.
Hold on. You see the problem? You see again. Look, back in the day, you used to have positive singing groups, man, coming out these different cities, man. One, namely, Boys to Men, and all them people. They used to come out the city and they put the city on the map, and all this shit. They act like the city was never on the map. Everybody knows what the fuck a Boston is, man. Everybody heard about the Celtics. Everybody heard about the Patriots. Look, man, they didn't need a fucking drill rapper to put them on the map, okay? But this society is all about this damn club, booty shaking bitch culture, this tattooed up culture. Everywhere you go to the club and the streets are there. The streets are in the club, man. The streets have turned to the club. The streets have gone to the industry. All right. That's why you got the fusion of the streets and the industry, like Jay-Z and with Jay Prince and all these people, right? Well, the streets have turned corporate, and it's become a fusion of the two. That's why you have the billboards are full of trap songs. The billboard charts are full of niggas talking about bullshit. That's how you know the society's decrepit, because the billboard charts, which your little daughter is singing and what your little sons are singing is you know, I ran a race, you know, Tech K or whatever the fuck is going on today. I don't know, which is the new little nigglets that come out every day. I didn't even know about Whitey, and this nigga lived not too far from me. I didn't even know who the hell this nigga was until he got caught up in his RICO charge. You see? So anytime you hear about Jake, it's some negative stuff. It's never positive, you know? Never positive. It's always negative. They always try to paint you in the eyes of the world as some type of criminal, some type of dirt bag, you know? or you watch any movie like Tyler Perry in a movie like the recent one that came out. What's that one called? Mia Cooper with Kelly Rowland. Kelly Rowland, beautiful woman, but you see her ass hoard out on the canvas floor, rolling around, committing adultery with some other young man half her age. Like this bitch Drea Michelle. They was dragging Drea Michelle ass, man, but she was in a Drea Michelle mode. Right, she was in Drea Michelle mode, all canvassed out in the middle of this for the world to see. Rolling around like a fucking pig on the ground with some other man that wasn't her husband. She'd come in like 3 times, like 4 or 5 sins at once. She's married to some guy in real life. She's married. She's cheating on him with the work husband, which is the actor that she's supposed to be married to. Then she cheating on that nigga with the Trevante Rhodes nigga. She's cheating on him with Trevante Rhodes, man. So there's like all kind of sins going on. Hey, but like I said, that's the image that they want the world to see of you. The black guy is a murderer. Every Tyler Perry movie, the black guy is a cheater. He beats his wife. He beats his kids. The woman's a whore. And Tyler Perry's wearing a dress. But we're the fucking bad guys. We're the niggas, and we're the worst thing going on earth. And you're the bigots, and you're toxic, and you're an asshole. Fucking shit is crazy. Jake is destroying his community, man. But we're the problem. The Hebrew Israelites out there teaching the Holy Scriptures are teaching hate. While every fucking thing on the Billboard charts is hate. Everything that you see on TV is hate towards your own people, but you niggas help promote that shit. This is what you bump in your car. This is what you pay Spotify to listen to. This is what you pay YouTube Premium to watch on. It's a perpetual fucking cycle from the oldest dudes to the youngest dudes from Esau to all the other nations. They're all in on it together. They're all in on it together to destroy the so-called black Latino and Native American man, because a so-called black Negro Native American man, an Israelite man that's educated in the scriptures, that has money in his pocket, is a threat. That's a threat. They don't want a bunch of men that know the scriptures and that have their families together and all that. No, hell no. Hell no. If they see one of you out there, man, you're a fucking threat, bro. You're a threat. Even my woman told me the other day, man, we was just in the store and shit. She was like, damn, these white people, they just don't like seeing y'all like this. They don't like seeing you with a black woman. They don't like seeing you with that's why every time you go to Hollywood, like Black Cat Williams said, they give these dudes white, pale-faced women, because they don't want you. They want to promote this thing where they're separating the black families. They're separating the Latin families. You see the Latin man with some white woman, or you see which is no problem. You could do what you want to do, but at the end of the day, it's about the image. It's about the image that they're portraying to the world. That's the image. Everything is about a fucking image, because a picture speaks 1,000 words. This is why there's a thing called hate speech nowadays, man. Because they want to destroy your freedom of speech. Yeah. So again, let's play the rest of this. I like 2-minute clip real quick.
Will they last long enough to rise, or will the feds take them down? Now, as we've seen with,
I don't know, man. Jake was gonna say that this guy's an Israelite. I don't know, man. This dude just screamed white boy to me, trying to use the assault of Jake, the fact that Jake is so popular and shit like that. And you grow up around Jake and stuff like that. Well, he could be Jake. I don't know. I just personally, I don't see it. I don't see it in this guy. He seemed like a fucking culture vulture, just like Vlad. They get a couple of tattoos and they act tough, and they pay a couple of dudes to make them look street tough and shit. And then boom, oh yeah, I'm just, because all of a sudden, how the fuck did this dude get all this information? How does he get 1 million plus subscribers in a few short months? All of a sudden, he knows all the information about everybody. Like, man, you gotta look through. This is the people who they set up in your communities. Even Kevin Samuels. Kevin Samuels was set up, man. That guy Kevin Samuels was set up, bro. Think Kevin Samuels got to the level that he got just organically? Why do you think he just end up dropping dead all of a sudden? Come on, bro. You gotta question things, man. You gotta question things, bro. In this world, nothing is what it seems, man. That's why the scriptures say examine, and then rebuke, right? Examine, know the whole matter, and then rebuke, right? You got to examine things, okay? When I see some motherfucker up on TV, I'm saying, what is this agenda? Why? What are they showing me? What are they trying to push to me? What are they trying to like? Because everything is about controlling the mind. That's what the word government means, mind control. Well, they want to, they want something out of you, and the scripture say, never trust that enemy. All right.
After that gets hit with a Fed case, their career takes a major hit. It doesn't matter if you're Kodak, if you're Pooh Shiesty.
All them dudes got, hold on. All them dudes got hit with a federal case. Kodak Black got hit with a federal case. His career, I mean, he's making all kind of money. Young Thug got hit with a federal case. I'm pretty sure they're gonna release that black nigga. That they're gonna release his ass because he's a Mason. Okay, so see the things that these guys are talking about. They placate on the fact that the audience is simple, because they don't really look at you Negro Latinos as being very intellectually put together. Okay, which you're really not, because you could be seduced by anything. So they tell you a little surface information, you know, that they think that you're gonna feed them shit and keep them in the dark. Just like the movie The Departed. Feed them shit and keep them in the dark. He said that in an internal affairs office, man. He said it. Mark Wahlberg, okay, Marky Mark, which that's an Israelite, not this guy. That guy, Mark has talent, man. I remember since the 90s, that nigga been coming out in all type of great movies. Fear, Boogie Nights, The Departed. I mean, all kind of great movies. What kind of talent? This, like I said, that ain't Jake, man. I don't see it. But anywho, Mark Wahlberg said it, man. Feed them shit and keep them in the dark. That's what they do to you niggas. They give you a preliminary report on the TV, and they don't tell you the real truth. They come out and give you some semantic word games. They'll have the district attorney, or they'll have Fauci go out there and speak 2-3 words to you, and then boom, you niggas, we gonna keep you in the dark about all the real details that's going on. We ain't gonna tell you what we're doing to your people. We ain't gonna tell you how we're putting shit in your food. We ain't gonna tell you how we destroyed your family. We ain't gonna tell you about all the history. You don't have to dig that shit up yourself. Okay? We ain't gonna tell you that. We ain't gonna tell you the truth. This word don't operate on truth. This word operates on keeping you simple. This, like I said yesterday, man, this world is not for real men. It's for fucking 1090 jakes, sellouts. This world is for dudes that make compromises with the government, man. That's who makes the real money, like Freeway Ricky Ross. What do you think he did? How do you think he became a $600 million dude in dealing with Danilo Blandon and all these fucking people, man? How do you think he got there? He got to make fucking compromises and deals where the men of the Lord don't make no motherfucking compromises, man. Okay? That's why you will continue to be poor in this society. Oh well. Moses was poor. Then they all had to keep their integrity, didn't they? Meek, the scriptures describe Moses as the most meek man on earth. They said that he decided to suffer with his people than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season, refusing to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter. All right? But I can't say the same for every man. All men have not the faith. Okay? As the scriptures say. And the faith is what's keeping us out of jail, keeping us out of the grave, which the grave is better than a life of continuous sickness any fucking ways. But you're only afraid of death if you don't have the Lord's understanding in you, man. Just do you see these niggas all afraid of death because they're because they don't know what the fuck is going on. Death ain't nothing but sleep. That's all it is. It's a release from this fucking world, man. You know. But anyways, let's finish the clip.
And I mean, those are major rappers. So when you're an upcoming rapper, unfortunately, the feds, they pretty much rob you of the potential career you could have had. And it isn't that, you know, they're just coming in on no reason. Obviously, you're involved in some shit if the feds are coming in. But
hold on. Again, there's so much to unpack. This is a good video, like a 4 or 5 hour video, honestly. It's going to be like 5 parts to it. Look. The feds are already watching your ass. The feds are watching. 2 Chainz come out. The feds are watching every Negro Latino in this society, man. And they know whether you're selling drugs or not, nigga. They know. They just wait until you get to a large level, and then they're gonna knock on your door and make a deal with your ass. Okay, whether you're gonna be an informant for us or you're gonna do 30 years, nigga. What are you gonna do? All these top kingpins, they're informants, bro. How you think El Chapo and all them niggas stay out of jail? They're informants. They all work for the fucking CIA, NSA, FBI, man. The white man is the biggest fucking drug dealer on the earth, man. He's the biggest cracking drug dealer on the earth. You think he doesn't know about your local kingpin in Detroit? You think he doesn't fucking know about the nigga in Flint, Michigan, the top guy in Mobile, Alabama, Didi? You think he doesn't know about the nigga running Jacksonville or Miami? And shit, man, he knows everything, man. The scriptures say, thou art wiser than Daniel. There's nothing that can be hid from thee, man. He's watching every fucking thing, including us right now. He's watching us. Hey, how you doing, devil? Yes, how you doing? How you doing? You can't do nothing because we have freedom of speech. Anyways, man, just talking shit. Hey, but yeah, he's watching, man. That's why he flags your videos, man. That's why he says, but hey, as long as you abide by his laws, he can't do nothing to you, man. The Lord, Yahweh Shemashai, has a hedge around you, okay? You ain't sell no drugs, you ain't kill nobody, you pay your taxes on time, okay? We're good. The Lord has a protection, and all we gotta do is wait. We don't take matters into our own hands, start gangs and shit, do all kind of no. All we gotta do is teach the word. That's it. That's all we're doing. That's why it says, be wise serpent, harmless as a dove. If not, you end up like fucking Grandmaster Jay with a fucking RICO charge and locked up in prison because you have to know that there's certain things that you can't do. You got to abide by this devil's laws. Agree with the adversary quickly. Matthew 5:25. Agree with the adversary quickly while thou art sent away with him, right? You got to agree. You got to keep his laws. You got to pay the fines. You got to do whatever. All right? So you don't end up in prison. So you can continue to teach the word. The scriptures say, be blameless. Okay? You don't want to have a fucking criminal record, walk around here unable to feed yourself and take care of your business. You know?
They're killers. I've yet to really see anybody bounce back like that after the feds, especially when
you're a federal agent. This dude's a federal agent, man. I will be willing to wager that this dude worked with the police. Okay, anybody that works with the police is part of the system. Okay, yeah, there was some brothers that were centurions and okay, look, I couldn't fucking work with no police officers. I don't give a fuck what it is. I couldn't sit there and work with no motherfucking police officers. Being in the truth, knowing what the fuck I know, sitting there and watching brothers get locked up and false charges I couldn't sit there. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I personally couldn't do it.
As much time as Jizzle in this case. Now he got off because I've been living in Boston since 2015. I remember the stories of the back and forth shootings between different projects and this and that. So the fact that no shootings or murders have been tied into this indictment is a blessing for them. And to be honest with you, the 2 times he got caught with something, it doesn't seem like that big of a deal. But he got caught with a gun, 117 bags of weed, $7,000. That's enough on top of the other gun and the little fake perks. That right there, indicted. Gang indictment. Oh, he's a part of that gang. He's a part of that projects, and he's doing this. And that's the crazy power behind a federal indictment. Jizzle didn't have to be doing none of that shit with anybody else. He's doing it on his own. But because he's a part of that project, he claims that project is moving like a gang in the eyes of the feds. They were able to wrap up 41 people in that one indictment and say, hey, we don't give a fuck if you were making money with them. They're repping the same shit as you. All of y'all are going down for racketeering. Now it's wild because Millie's actually mentioned.
Your boy Millie's. Okay, that's another guy in the local rap scene. Okay, another nigga filled with tattoos. Okay, which he could possibly be a Jake because he could kind of, I heard a couple songs which are a decent song. I ain't gonna say good because this guy gonna go on there and say that the music that these guys are doing is good music. Really? Like I said. Every part of this fucking society is a problem. You got these people supporting this fucking shit, man. Talking about this is good music. What the fuck kind of shit is this, man? Huh? We live in a society where the OGs, the older guys, the one that's supposed to be like your fucking mentors, are telling you that this fucking music that you're putting out there is good because their music was the same shit. They wasn't no better than no. Oh, you see these new. Hold on. They talk shit about these little young cats. You are the reason why these little young niggas are the way they are, man. You got a lot. You got a lot of nerve. Oh no, we didn't. Look at these little young niggas. They're all gay and all this shit. Why do you think they're like that? Because you wasn't in their fucking life. You wasn't in their life. You wasn't in their life. dude. You were too busy selling drugs or being this. I thank the Heavenly Father I had a good man in my life, brother. If not, I would have been like one of these monkeys, man. And it was fucking hard, brother. Even having a father in your life is hard, man. He doing the best he can to educate you in a world that's fucked up, man. You know what I mean? So you brothers that's in this faith, brother, hey, don't fucking get discouraged, none of that, bro. Because at the end of the day, you decide the Lord put it in your spirit to dedicate your life to something good, brother. To something good in your life, man. Don't let any fucking body destroy that, bro. The scriptures say, let no man take thy crown, man. All right. You could, hey, brother, you could end up just like this, man. You could be doing anything else, but you brothers out there teaching his word, man. You out there believing in his word, man. You know what I mean? So remember that, all right? Because everything could be much fucking worse, man. As much as, you might fuck up, do something, man, look, bro. Look, man, there's people out here really doing dirt, man. You might slip or do whatever. Look, repent and continue to do the work, man. Okay?
Just looked at me before. Like, yo, you should check him out, And I never really looked into him until I heard his name pop up when this indictment hit. He could rap. Thing is, a lot of what he's rapping about is disrespectful, and it leads.
No, he can't rap. Tell the truth. There's another reason. There's another problem. There's not enough truth in this society, man. There's not enough truth. Tell the truth. I heard the music. This shit was garbage. It was terrible. The majority of these new rappers of today are terrible. They're not good. They don't sound like, they're not saying anything of intellectual value, right? They're not like Kendrick Lamar. He's out there fucking spitting the soliloquies, and you gotta look at the first verse and the third verse and put it back together. No. This shit is normal, basic shit, man. Yeah, bitch, shit, nigga. That's all they're saying on the song. What is this, talent? This is talent? Because you get on a beat and it sounds like the same. A nigga in Milwaukee is making the same music that you're making over here. There's not too much difference. Where's the talent? And they're in like, oh, your brother's talented and all this. Hey, look, man. What's the talent about talking about shooting, killing somebody else, man? There's no talent in that. Again, like I said, brother, the every aspect of it is a problem. You got the people that supporting it, you got the people that buy it, you got the people that consume it. They're helping to perpetuate this cycle, man. They're not telling the truth. They're not being hard on these people, and this is why the community is the way that it is, man. This is why, because you got a bunch of people pandering. You got a bunch of people. Well, yeah, they're all in love with the culture. They're all in love with the status quo. Nobody sees nothing wrong with this motherfucking society that we live in. All right. Nobody sees nothing wrong with this hellhole that we're living in. You got the women supporting this shit because they're getting money off of it, and you got Esau supporting it, man, because he's getting money off of it. Everybody's eating off of the slavery and the enslavement of your so-called black youth. Everybody's eating off your enslavement. Everybody's rejoicing that the fact that your little black, brown, and boys and girls ain't got no fathers in their life. Yep, and you got niggas like 1090 Jake right here making all kind of money off of this. All kind of money. Bad TV's making money. Say Cheese is making money. The blogs are making money. DJ Academics is making money off the war in Chicago and this and that. Why do you think DJ Academics got big like this? Because he was covering little niggas that got locked up in jail instead of criticizing or speaking against it. No, he was just joking, mocking, making it, glorifying it, and making it seem like, this is the life that you're supposed to live and shit like that. And, this is what this world has become. This is why this society got to be destroyed. Ultimately, there is no saving this place. It has to be destroyed. We would have healed Babylon, but she could not be healed. Take balm for her pain, man, because it's too far gone. You niggas are too far gone. And it just is what it is, brother. All right. So you heard what this guy had to say, man, justifying this shit, Oh, look, man. Hey, look. In part, what Nayib Bukele did over there, even though he had the small hats and all that shit behind him, but he locked up all them little niggas, man, that was doing all this dirt and shit. And the country was more safe. Well, the scriptures say you're supposed to put them to death, actually, man. You ain't supposed to lock them up. You're supposed to put all these little nigglets to death. But before they get to that stage, you're supposed to educate them, and but you don't have no fathers around, Again, that's why the Lord has to hit the reset button and change everything, man. Because at the end of the day, there's no fixing this. You got to hit the reset button. We got to hit the reset button. You got too much trauma, too much confusion, and just too much shit going on, man. Jeremiah chapter 5 and verse 23. But this people have a revolting heart and a rebellious, revolting and a rebellious heart, a rebellious spirit, a revolting heart. They are revolted and they are gone. Neither say they in their hearts, let us not fear the Lord our power. They don't think about that. That's why it says Romans 11:25. It says, for I would not, brethren, that you should know, that you should be ignorant of this mystery, lest ye should be wise in your own conceits, that blindness in part is happened to Israel until the fullness of the Gentiles are coming, right? Blindness in part has happened to Israel. What's that part? The 7th verse, right? The election have obtained it and the rest were blinded, right? Isaiah 16:2, gross darkness covered the people, right? So blindness in part has happened to Israel until the fullness of the Gentiles be coming. So all Israel shall be saved, as is written, there shall come out of Zion the deliverer, and shall turn away ungodliness of Jacob. Right? All Israel shall be saved. So even these jakes that's in the Rico and God, they're gonna be saved. But first they gotta be eliminated, deleted out the picture. Because they can't enter into the ships with a fucking gangster mentality. Okay, with a niggerly mentality, with a unmerciful mentality, right? Brother talking about mercy, mercy. Well, mercy for the brotherhood, right? For the elect, right? The elect are going to receive mercy. You're not going to go up in the ship having animosity with a brother, right? Like the elder brothers spoke about the other day, right? You're gonna love each other as brothers, right? No matter what the fuck happened, you're supposed to put shit aside and you're supposed to enter into the mentality that the Lord had when he was on the scene, right? Those are the brothers that are going to get beamed up on the ship. All Israel going to be saved eventually, Isaiah 45 and 17, right? But the elect must be saved first, because 2/3 of our people are not going to enter into that mentality. They're not going to have that mentality of, let me apologize. Let me say I'm sorry, all right? Then you think Whitey Jizzle and them is going to apologize for something? You think Whitey Jizzle and them are going to repent? You think they're going to examine themselves? No. That's only for brothers that's in his truth. That's for you to consider. The Lord gave you much power. With much power comes great responsibility, man. You got to bear the burdens of your people. All right. 27 verse. For this is my covenant unto them, that I shall take away their sins. As concerning the gospel, they are enemies for your sake. But as touching the election, they are beloved for the Father's sake. For the gifts and calling of the Most High are without repentance, because the Lord chose from the foundation of the world. Right? 30th verse. For as time passed, ye have not believed the Most High, yet now have obtained mercy through their unbelief. Even so have these now not that have not believed, that through your mercy they might also obtain mercy. 2/3. For the Most High have concluded them all in unbelief, that he might have mercy upon all. Right? So Jeremiah 5 and verse 24. Now it says, they say in their heart, let us now fear the Lord our power. Neither they say in their heart, let us fear the Lord our power, that giveth rain upon the former and latter in his season. He reserveth unto us the appointed weeks of the harvest. Your iniquity hath turned away these things from you. See, because incorruption making us near unto the Most High, but your iniquity has turned these good things away from you. 2/3 of our people. That's why you're stuck in the gang. That's why you're stuck in the hood, killing yourself for something that is not yours. Some block that doesn't belong to you. You ain't got no equity in it. It's not your shit. All right. You're supposed to die. You're supposed to suffer for righteousness' sake. Okay. The scriptures say, let none suffer as an evildoer or a busybody in other men's affairs. That's what happens when you fucking meddle in other men's affairs, you get shot. Okay. You end up in prison. Okay. You mind your fucking business. You stay in your lane. All right. Scriptures say, study to show yourself approved, workman needed not to be ashamed. When you keep your head down and do the work, you don't need to be ashamed, man. Okay? You might live a fucking boring life with no friends, but hey, at least you ain't in fucking prison, man. At least you ain't starving out there in the street, man. You know? It says, for among my people are found wicked men, right? Your iniquities have turned these things away from you. Your sins have withholding good things from you. For among my people are found wicked men. They lay await and they set snares and they set a trap and they catch men. A lot of these young guys, they get caught up by these older dudes that set them up and put them in these gangs at a young age. Okay, where the fuck you think they learn how to tote a pistol and where to get the guns from and where to get the dope from, and how to cut the scale and how to fucking flip a P into a QP into a P into how you think they get all that information, man? That somebody has to teach them. So Amongst my people I found wicked men. You got pimps, you got extortioners, you got all kind of shit, and they prey on the youth. They prey on the young. They prey, oh, yeah, this nigga young. That's why it's just, hey, that's why I say, man, beware. Let's get say beware, man. Okay? That's why I say beware, because hey, just because nigga's old and shit, don't mean he got your best intention for you. And these are things that you learn in life. Okay? As you grow, as you live. All right. For amongst my people found wicked men, they lay wait. Okay, as he that setteth a snare, and they set a trap, and they catch men. As a cage full of birds, so are their houses full of deceit. When they get you to join the gang, they jump your ass up in there, and then they're laying in wait for you. Oh, so and so, yep. So and so, yeah. He gonna make a good. He got good potential right there. They put their eyes on you, man. Yeah. Well, I like this one right here. They start you off by selling dope on the corner, and then they might have you go beat somebody up. Then they might have you steal some shit. You know, hey, that's how shit goes, bro. And they groom your ass up. All right. They play a sort of father figure role to you, man, because a lot of you didn't have no fathers. So you're looking for the streets for some love, for some attention, or for some to feel some type of connection to something, you know, because you're a human being. At the end of the day, you need to have some type of connection, some type of interaction with other people. But it's supposed to be a positive interaction, not a fucking negative, demonic. Look, bro, all the things that you see around you in these projects are nothing but dirt. That's why when they get an opportunity to get up out of there, they just fly and go, no matter where it goes. Let me go to Maine somewhere, you know, because it's better than this. You know. Anywho, it says, as a cage full of birds, so are their houses full of deceit, and they are become great and waxing rich. They are wax fat, they shine, they overpass the deeds of the wicked, they judge not the cause of the fatherless, yet they prosper. And the right of the needy do they not judge. Why they do that? Because the wicked walk on every side when the violent men are exalted. All right. 29 verse. Shall I not visit you for these things, saith the Lord? Shall not my soul be avenged on such a nation as this? A wonderful and horrible thing is committed in the land. The prophets prophesy falsely, and the priests bear rule by their means, and my people love to have it so. And what will you do in the end thereof? That's right. Okay, Romans the 11th chapter. I read that. Sirach chapter 8 and verse 11. It says, 10th verse, kindle not the coals of a sinner, lest thou be burnt with the flame of his fire. Rise up not in anger at the presence of an injurious person, lest he lie in wait to entrap thee in thy words. When you look at these young brothers out there, these young Jakes out there, they are full of fucking rage and anger, and they're fucking mad, and and rightfully so, bro, because you live in a fucked up condition with no money. You got your own brothers that look like you from across the street are trying to kill you. Then the cops are trying to kill you. They're harassing you, profiling you, and shit like that. Where's your daddy? Where's your trust fund? Where's your life savings? What the fuck? What do you think these? So it says, rise not up in anger. These brothers are all angry. They got this rage in them. They got this fucking right at the presence of an injurious person. Esau's an injurious person who is trying to lie in wait to entrap you in your words. That's why when you get on a song, he's listening to the song and he's saying, the guy said it. The district attorney, he said it himself. He said, the feds have come for you now. Because in the song, one of the lyrics, he said, what the fuck he said? He said, let me not say the dude's name, lest the feds come for us. Right. And then the Fed used the lyric against them. He said, look, the feds came for you now. You know, because they've been listening, they've been watching, and they've been, you know, we're all being watched. We're being surveilled by everybody. You know, you'd be surprised who watches your videos, brother. You'd be surprised who watches your videos, man. You'd be very fucking surprised, man. Very surprised. Operate under the notion that you're being watched. Okay. Remember that. Sirach 8 and 11. Rise up not in anger at the presence of an injurious person, lest he lie in wait to entrap you in thy words. That's why the scripture say, let thy words be short, comprehending much in few words. The less you say, the less can be used against you. Because these guys get to talking a lot. They get to talking a lot on their fucking songs, and they get to telling everybody what the hell they did. I lived in this street. I killed this person at 308, at 357. You know, I smoked J-Rock's cousin, and I'm smoking on Tuka, and and all this shit. You know, you're telling everybody whatever happened. I was wearing this color shirt, and I was, you know, that's why they got to do K-Flock in prison, because the nigga was wearing the same shit that he was, he went to the party with the same shit he had on when he killed the nigga. I mean, look, Jake is not too smart, man, but this is just the world we live in, man. You look, brother, this is why you have things called schools, man. This is why you have education systems, man, in place, and they're supposed to instruct the youth, man. You're supposed to have a father, you're supposed to have a mother, you're supposed to have a community around you to, but hey, so this is what you get. You get K-Flocks, man. You get DD Osamas, man. You get D-Thangs. You get 22 Gs. That's what you get. All right. Sirach 27 verse 24. I have hated many things, but nothing like him, for the Lord will hate him. Whoso casteth a stone on high, cast on his own head, and a deceitful stroke shall make wounds. Okay, Esau has a deceitful stroke. Okay, he casts a stone on high, it's gonna come upon his own head because he dig a pit for you, man. He has this trap set up for you, which is called the rap industry. The rap industry is a trap. Either you sign your name in blood, or you do some gay shit, or you give up your father, your mother, one of your brothers, or your cousins, or your uncles, or you go into the street and sell drugs and figure out how you make it out of there. But either you sign a deal, a 360 deal, which is all your name is a 360. Everything you do, you got to give. You get like 25% of what the fuck they give you, depending on your deal. You sign it. You go into that office with L.A. Reid, or you go into the office with I don't know, Russell Simmons or whoever. Leor Cohen is there. Whoever the fuck is there, they're trying to sign you. You're Maxo Grape or one of these niggas, and you sitting there, and they come to you. Okay, we're gonna give you an advance. You think that shit is good for you? An advance, nigga, that's money you got to pay back with interest. Okay, $2 million advance. You already blew it before it came because you ain't got no financial literacy courses. Where the fuck you gonna find financial literacy courses in the hood? Where was your mama and your daddy financially literate? Did they go to some fancy college university? So who's gonna teach you when you sit in front of that white man that he's trying to fuck you? Who's gonna tell you that? Who's gonna show you in the paperwork what the fine print reads? Now you're gonna take the money and you're gonna be trapped in something called the entertainment world industry. You're trapped in the entertainment world. You're trapped in the sports world. Okay, you got your hands tied as a boxer, like Javante Davis. You go and become some type of boxer. You try to buy your hood. What happens? They take your shit from you and they burn the block. If that's to be believed to be true, whatever the hell happened, we don't know. We wasn't there, right? Allegedly. Everything's allegedly, right? This is what we got to say, allegedly, because we don't know, right? It's not about what you know, it's about what you could prove. Okay, so the scripts say prove all things, right? Sirach 27 and verse 26, it says, whoso diggeth the pit shall fall therein, right? And he that setteth a trap shall be taken therein. He that worketh mischief, it shall fall upon him, and he shall not know from whence it cometh. Mockery and reproach are from the proud, but vengeance as a lion shall lie in wait for them. They that rejoice at the fall of the righteous shall be taken in the snare, and anguish shall consume them before they die. Malice and wrath, even both days are abominations, and the sinful man shall have them both. So here it is. You got Esau rejoicing at the fall of Jake, man. They shall be taken in the snare that they made. You shall fall into the pit which he digged. Psalm 7:15, right? So there you go. Whoso diggeth a pit shall fall therein. Esau has been digging a big ass pit for you Negro Latinos ever since you came to this country. Even before that, But we're not ignorant to Satan's devices. So the entertainment world, movies, all that, singing, dancing, rapping, all that shit is a trap and a snare to you, man. All right, as it says in 1 Timothy 6:10, the love of money is the root of all evil, right? While some have coveted after, they have erred from the faith. Because once you in that deal with the devil, you ain't no reneging on the deal, unless you end up dead like Prince or something, Okay, so it says Matthew 5:25, agree with that adversary quickly while thou art in the way with him. Yep, you right, Esau. Yep, you right, Massa. You got it. Yep. Okay, cool. Pay him when you got to pay him, and don't try to be like one of these niggas taking things into your own hands, taking matters into your own hands, because what's gonna happen? You're gonna end up in prison, dead somewhere, because he who has the power makes the fucking rules. So Esau is making the rules right now. So he said that, hey, if you in the gang and y'all shooting and killing people, and y'all doing some stuff in our jurisdiction, you're gonna go to prison. Okay? That's just how things work. You can't, don't get mad at, don't get, oh, the fuck this white man, I'm gonna do what I want to do. Okay. Well, the nigga going, the scriptures say that he wields not the sword in vain. Okay, this is why you gotta learn to be content. Learn how not to fucking buy expensive coats every 5 minutes and cars and jewelry and mansions and shit like that. That shit's the goods and glamours of the world, which you're not gonna get on the side. No, that's what Jake is putting in their head, thugnificent and all this shit. You gotta be like 50 Cent. Well, 50 Cent was bankrupt. All right, because all that shit is fake. Matthew 5:25 says, agree with thine adversary quickly whilst thou art in the way with him, lest at any time the adversary deliver thee to the judge, make you look bad in front of the judge, and to the judge deliver thee to the officer, and thou be cast into the prison. Okay, don't argue with the fucking judge. Don't argue with the bailiff. Don't argue with the fucking lawyer. Okay, because in this society, you're guilty until proven innocent. That's the truth. You're guilty until proven innocent. Especially as a so-called Black, Latin, and American man. You're already guilty. No matter what you say, you're already fucking guilty. You're guilty. You're guilty. You're guilty just by association. You're guilty just because of who you are. So don't try to defend yourself or anything like that, because you're gonna dig a bigger hole for yourself. If you defend yourself in this society, you know what happens? You are labeled. You are held in contempt of court. Shut the fuck up, nigga. You ain't got no rights. We don't have no rights here, brother. Your right is basically, whatever Esau says in the law. That's why it says Habakkuk 1:4. The law is slack, therefore wrong judgment does proceed. Isaiah the 10th chapter, the 1st verse. Woe unto you that decree unrighteous decree and grievousness which ye have prescribed. That's why the Lord told you, agree with the adversary quickly. He didn't tell you argue with the adversary, argue with the judge. The judge ain't gonna give you nowhere, because at the end of the day, you don't got no fucking rights in this place, bro. You don't have no rights. You think you got the right to defend yourself as a man. You don't have the right to speak as a man. You don't have the right to utter your fucking mind. You don't have your right to defend yourself in this place, man. As a man, I have the fucking right to defend myself, man. But no. That's not the world we live in. We don't live in a world that you have that right. Sirach 33 and verse 19. It says, give not thy son and wife, thy brother and friend, power over thee while thou livest. Give not thy goods to another, lest they repent thee, and thou entreat for the same again. As long as thou livest, breathing, as long as thou livest and has breath in thee, give not thyself over to any. See, hey, you giving yourself over to the enemy, bro. When you breaking the law, you commit all these crimes, and you giving yourself here. Lock me up, Esau. They're snitching on themselves. They're talking about all the shit that they're doing. Here, lock me up. That's basically what you're asking this devil. What is better that thy children should seek to thee, that thou shouldst stand to their courtesy? You're not your kids' friends. You're supposed to educate your kids, man. That's another problem. That's why they end up the way they end up. Don't be courteous. Oh, it says what? What is better that thy children should seek to thee, that they should listen to you, that thou shouldst stand to their courtesy, that you should try to play with them. The scripture say, coddle that child and play with him, and he will bring thee to heaviness. Okay. And all thy works keep to thyself the preeminence, leave not a stain in thy own honor. At thy time when thou shalt end thy days and finish thy life, distribute thine inheritance. Okay. Fodder and a wand and burdens are for the ass. Bread and correction and work are for a servant. If thou set thy servant to labor, thou shalt find rest. But if thou let him go idle, he shall seek liberty. These kids of today are the way they are because they don't have anything to do with their fucking lives. You see them in the hoods, you see them in the ghettos, the barrios. They're just out there being vagabonds, wandering around, stealing shit, killing people, doing all kind of shit because the curriculum in the schools is not shit. They're not getting paid for anything that they're doing. They don't even feel like, what the fuck is this? They're already rebellious as a kid anyways. They got rebellious youth. You ain't got nobody to look up to that's a positive role model. The jobs that they're going to ain't paying them shit like that. They're not, look, man, it's not cool. It's not cool. It's not cool to just be in school and study in the community. That's not the cool thing. That's not trendy. That's not going to get you a bunch of women and all that shit. What's going to get you a bunch of women is being a little nigga of today. Being one of these wide jizzles and one of these fucking 22Gs. That's what's gonna propel you into what you want to, into fulfilling the lust of the flesh, right? Because ultimately that's what it is. That's what's going to propel you in that aspect. But all things that come quicker are not good. All money, fast money is not good money, because it leads to this. All right. So Sirach 33 and 25, if thou setst thy servant to labor, thou shalt find rest. But if thou let him go idle, let him do what he wants to do. You let these kids do what they want to do. They're going to seek liberty, and they're going to turn your society into a hellhole that it is today. Okay, that's why you got New York and all these cities going to hell, because Esau has allowed these kids to run rampant, because he wants total disorder and chaos in the society, so that he could bring in the MOTB, so he could bring in the New World Order, so he could bring in his plan, right? Because it's called order out of chaos, right? You bring chaos so you can bring in the solution. So you can bring in the National Guard, so you can bring in your troops. It says, and you could label the blacks a bunch of animals and terrorists, like Hillary Clinton said. It says, Sirach 33:27, send him to labor, then he be idle for. No, she actually says super predators. That's what she said. Send him to labor that he be not idle. Okay, an idle servant is not a servant at all. You got to labor. You got to constantly be teaching. All right, you got to constantly be doing the work. That's a servant. If you left this truth and came back, you're not a servant of the Lord. If you did disappearing acts and shit like that, you're not a true man of the Father. All right. Send him to labor that he be not idle, for idleness teaching much evil. Set him to work as it is fit for him. For if he be not obedient, put on more heavy fetters. But be not excessive toward any, and without discretion do nothing. If thou hast a servant, let him be on his own to thyself, for thou hast bought him with a price. Right? If thou hast a servant, treat him as a brother. So you're supposed to set these men to labor, man, so that they don't become these little reprobates of today. You know. All right. You're supposed to always be occupied. The scripture say, "Occupy until I come," man. Occupy until I come. Real quick. You gotta be occupied, man. Occupy until I come, because idleness is the devil playground, man. That's where you become unprofitable, man. That's where you become a reprobate. That's where you get locked up in prison. That's where you become a drug addict. That's where you become a drunk. Your mind is not filled with the Holy Spirit, man. Luke 19, verse 12. He said, therefore, a certain nobleman went to a far country to receive for himself a kingdom and to return. And he called his 10 servants and delivered unto them 10 pounds and said unto them, occupy until I come. All right. So occupy. Continue to fill your life with the truth. Fulfill ye the Lord's joy, man. So you don't end up on the street demonic, drugged out, shooting people, desperate for a place to stay. And then look, man, the scriptures say the government of a prudent man is well ordered. Your life is well ordered, man. All right. And that's where all them women gonna come to you, because they see a man that's in order, that's a proper man. That's why they're going, oh shit. Yeah, because your fucking life is in order and you're a real man with two cojones. Okay. Isaiah 51 and 5. And that's the time we're living in. That's why I said Isaiah 13 and 12, a man should be a higher place for a man should be more precious than the golden wedge of Ophir, right? The 32nd chapter say a man shall be a hiding place from the wind and cover from the tempest, right? Isaiah 51 and 5. It says, my righteousness is near. My salvation is gone forth. That's because his word is gone out, right? The Lord came to die for your sins. My arms shall judge the people, and the isles shall wait upon me, and on my arms shall they trust. Lift up your eyes to the heavens, because that way your redemption is going to draw nigh. And look upon the earth that's beneath, for the heavens shall vanish away like smoke, and the earth shall wax old like a garment, and they that dwell therein shall die in like manner. But my salvation shall be forever, and my righteousness shall not be abolished. Slavery was abolished. No, it was not. And the Lord's righteousness will never be abolished. All right. It's a 7th verse. Hearken unto me, ye that know righteousness, the people in whose heart is my law. Fear ye not the reproach of men, neither be ye afraid of their revelings. Right. Hey, what proves that slavery was not abolished? Africa Town. Because they was doing that shit after slavery was so-called abolished. What proves that slavery is not abolished? Look at today. You have many examples. Anyways, 8th verse. For the moth shall eat them up like a garment, and the worm shall eat them like wool. But my righteousness shall be forever, and my salvation shall be from generation to generation, right? Because all these generations going to come back through the loins of the elect. It says, a small one shall become 1,000, and a strong one, a small one, a strong nation. I, the Lord, will hasten it in his time. What time? Jacob time. This is the time of Esau right now. Jacob time gonna come after the end of this age. 2 Ezra 6 and 9. The end of the world. Esau's the end of the world. Jacob's the beginning of it that followeth, right? So the Lord's salvation from generation to generation. Awake, awake, put on strength, O arm of the Lord. Awake in the ancient, as in the ancient days. And in the generation of, oh, art thou not it that have cut off Rahab and wounded the dragon? Art not thou it who had dried the sea and the waters of the great deep, that had made the depths of the sea a way for the ransomed, the people, the Israelites, the ransomed to pass over? Therefore, the redeemed of the Lord shall return to the truth and come up with singing unto Zion, not singing fucking drill songs and nigga shit. They're going to be singing the song of Moses, Revelation 15:3. And everlasting joy shall be upon their head, and they shall obtain a gladness and joy, and the sorrow and mourning shall flee away. You ain't going to be over there crying because your people got in one of your family members got a RICO charge, or, your husband died, or, he left you, or, did this happen or that happened, or, your mama died. There ain't no more tears. I said, even I am he that comforteth you. Who art thou, that thou shouldest be afraid of a man that shall die, and of the son of man which shall be made as grass? And forgettest the Lord is thy maker, and that has stretched forth the heavens and laid the foundation of the earth, and has feared continually every day because of the fury of the oppressor, the one that's putting the RICO charges on you, locking you up. He stole this land, right? Big fucking hypocrite he is. Matthew the 7th chapter. Cast out the beam of my own eyes. You was judging people according to you that are terrorists. You stole these people. Very same people you turn around and judge, talk about, oh, why are they doing this and that, killing themselves? Oh, they're causing a problem to the society, menace to society. The fucking white man is the biggest menace to the world the world has ever seen. The menace to life, adverse to nature. All right. It says, because of the fury of the oppressor, right? OU. It says, as if he were ready to destroy it. And where is the fury of the oppressor? The captain exile haste that he may be loosed, that he should not die in the pit, and that his bread should fail. But I am the Lord Yahweh Shem Ashai, that divided the sea, whose waves roared. The Lord of hosts is his name. The Lord of armies. He's going to bring his armies upon this devil and cast them down. It says, I have put my words in thy mouth, and I have covered thee in the shadow of my hand, that I may plant the heavens and lay the foundation of the earth, and say unto Zion, thou art my people. All right, so with that, I call him like Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Waka, Kodash. Double honors to the pastor of this great millstone. Peace, salutation to the elect. Shalom. Shalom.